Take it back to where we started. Tear the walls down, leave unguarded. Feel the beat from where your heart is. Live eternally inside it.
Hi, Papen here, and welcome to the RP-VERB 2. I guess you could hear that the RP-VERB 2 sounds great and can also sound different from any other reverb available. The original RP-VERB is already loved by many producers and engineers worldwide because of its top quality sound, and now for sure it offers something unique. Before I explain this unique feature, let me briefly show you the main parts of RP-VERB 2. As you can see, the overall size of RP-VERB 2 has been expanded. All the main parts are visual, which I think is more comfortable while working with it. But let me show you the basic signal flow of RP-VERB 2. As you can see, the first part is the EQ section. Based on the algorithm of RP-EQ, the EQ has low and high shelf and mid-sweep parameters. If you like to have the EQ at the very end of the audio chain, you can also select Post Audio. Clicking on the icon will make the EQ active. The next stage is Distortion. There are now different types of distortion available compared to the original RP-VERB. The Distortion section is a great sound sculpting feature inside RP-VERB 2. Then the next stage is Ensemble, which is a 6-voice chorus FX, which now also includes a speed control, which is not included in the original RP-VERB. The routing of the Ensemble can be into the reverb or direct plus into the reverb. Next is the early reflection section, which you can have direct or into the reverb setting. Then we have delayed reflection, which now has the option to tempo sync, and also here you can also send delayed reflection into the reverb instead of hearing it direct. Before I go to the reverb part, I would like to point out the lower section. There you can find an envelope follower for having gated reverb sounds. And much more, because you can also connect it to almost all RP-VERB 2 parameters. Then there is an extra envelope, LFO and mod matrix, which allows you to think outside of the box with RP-VERB 2. Now let's show you the main heart of RP-VERB 2, the reverb part. Compared to the original RP-VERB, we did an overhaul to the algorithms and selected the best of them as models. A new feature is that the pre-delay also can be tempo synced to your music host program. And yes, clicking the icon makes the reverb active or not. Handy if you like, for instance, only the early reflections, or if you like to hear the ensemble only. Now let's play the vocal again with the RP-VERB 2 active.
Take it back to where we started. Tear the walls down, leave unguarded. Feel the beat from where your heart is. Live eternally inside it.
What you heard is really different compared to a regular reverb, and this is the new part in RP-VERB 2 called reverse. What happens is that it reverses the sound and plays it back. In fact, This dial here, called Mix, you can mix between the original reverb and the reversed sound. So it is also possible to hear the reversed sound only, or to mix it.
Take it back to where we started. Tear the walls down, leave them guarded. Feel the beat from where your heart is. Live eternally inside it.
Cool, isn't it? Now there are more controls, as you can see, and also a graphic display. Let me explain how this all works. First of all, the reverb sound is produced. This reverb sound is recorded and after this played back in a reversed way. The dial reverse time sets the length of the reverb recording. So if you set this to 1 bar, it records 1 bar of the reverb sound. Next, it reverses this, which happens after this bar. To have a smooth sound, we added attack and decay, which will give the reversed sound a slow attack and also a decay at the very end. Now the moment when it starts to record the reverb, you can set with the trigger level dial. Depending on the sound, the recording will start once it hits this threshold audio level. To avoid getting multiple starting points of the recording, there is a hold time, which holds back the moment the next trigger threshold can occur. If this is, for example, set to 2 bars, it takes 2 bars before the trigger starts to respond again for another recording. Let me show you this and watch the arrows which move above the graphic screen. Now again with 1 bar hold time. Okay, so keep in mind that with, for example, a bar set for recording the reverb sound, that it takes at least 1 bar before the reversed sound can play, because it needs to record for 1 bar. With a hold time equal to the reverse time, the reversed sound will play after 1 bar and starts recording again after 1 bar. With extending the hold time, you can make the next reverse sound appear on a later point, so less frequent. Then we have the offset dial, which allows you to manually move the recording point from the trigger point if needed. The graphic display helps you to visualize what happens, but has no control parts inside of it. You can see the points and letters move if you change the dials below them. In the top section, you can select the length of the display below, and default is dynamic, which adapts to the reverb length time. Then there is the sync button, which is also default on. In the off function, the reverse works in milliseconds and seconds mode. The last button in the top is reverb only, and also this is default. But if you like to reverse the early reflection also, or the late reflection also, set this button to off. Good, let me play you some more audio examples of what you can do with the RP-VERB 2 and this new reverse mode. enjoy RP-VERB 2.